Hey everyone, I'm Joey Lancianis from Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm here today with Cedar Rahani, who's the Chief Development Officer for Xenith. Today, Cedar's going to tell us all about the Xenith Fly Shoulder Pad. So Cedar, Xenith has really become known and synonymous with great shoulder protection. You guys are known out there for being first in line in the protection space. What is it about the Fly Shoulder Pad that really makes it unique and separates itself from anything else we see out there from anyone else?
Yeah, like all of our youth pads, we really focus on delivering a varsity quality product in a youth shoulder pad. One of the first features you're going to notice on the Fly Shoulder Pad is the upgraded metal grommets on the belt, which gives it that real varsity feel. Number two, if you turn this the other way around here, you're going to notice, similar to the front, we've got a sternum plate on the front. You're going to have an added spine plate in this key point of impact on the back of the shoulder pad. And thirdly, if you lift up the shoulder pad here, you'll notice that on the inside there is an extra shock that is strategically placed right on top of the AC joint for that added protection.
And those three features that you just called out really create it to be a step up from the Flight shoulder pad, correct?
Definitely. Flight's a great shoulder pad, but the Fly really takes it to that next level.
Yep. Now that protective equipment, obviously fit and feel and form to your body is so important. We got my man CJ over here who's going to help us out with how it should fit. Now when a mom or dad comes in, this is my first season, my son or daughter is getting involved in tackle football. I don't even know where to begin. How should it fit on their body when they're at Dick's Sporting Goods right there in the aisle? We want them to try it on. Where should it land on the shoulders, the lower back, the chest plate? How tight should they make it? Take us through how it should fit.
Yeah, the quick eyeball test, once you throw this on, you feel like you're close to getting the right size. The quick eyeball test is just to lift this up and make sure that the shoulder and the player's arm is flush with this. The second thing you're going to want to do is put your hand in here and make sure that AC joint, that bone that sticks out here that's key for protecting the shoulder, is placed right under this piece right here, so you can kind of just get your finger under there and make sure that that's lined up perfectly with that, and it'll likely line up perfectly with the shock that we mentioned earlier. That's the key. You've got to make sure that the shoulders are covered properly and that this is flush with the player's arm. Secondly, as Joey mentioned, you're going to want to make sure that this is as tight as you can take it, not to the point where it's uncomfortable, but that it's even distribution. So if you're on, hole 6, make sure that you're on hole 6 over here so that you've got that even distribution.
Yep. Now we've mentioned range of motion with this kind of flexible pad and the shock there, where you get the full range of protection without constriction, without resistance. CJ, can you kind of lift up your arm for me and kind of just showcase that to everybody where you're going for a jump ball, maybe you're a quarterback throwing the ball, you want that full range of motion. You've got it here without sacrificing any of that protection.
That's exactly right. It doesn't matter what position you're playing, whether you're alignment engaging with the athlete in front of you and your motion is forward, or you, like you mentioned, you're reaching for a jump ball, you're in throwing motion. This pad is going to allow for that full range of motion regardless of position.
Yep. It really feels like it's a part of you and it's not kind of obstructing anything you're doing.
Absolutely.
CJ, you want to turn for me, bud? Let's show the back, kind of where that should land. Obviously, the back comes a little bit lower, maybe hitting that mid-back, and there's that spinal guard that Cedar touched on. Tell us where that should land on the player.
Yeah, I mean, exactly what you mentioned. Should be right here. As you mentioned, if it's too low, you're going to know because it's going to be rubbing against the player's waistline. So first and foremost, check that the shoulders are lined, and that should naturally give you where it should land on the back.
Well, there you go. Be sure to get yourself the Xenith Fly this season and put the team on your shoulders.